Man, just tough, hard-fought game. Knew it would be coming up here. This BC has got a heck of a football team, and really hate that their quarterback got hurt. I hope he's okay. Told the coach that after the game, but man, they're a huge challenge, and just really proud of our guys. The preparation that we had. Had a really good opening drive, and they did a good job on us in the red zone. We had to kick a couple field goals, but wish we could have converted those for touchdowns. But like how we started as far as offensively and defensively. The big play in the first half for them was obviously the punt return. We just kind of relaxed. The two guys there to make the tackle, and we just kind of, I think he hit one of our guys, and I think they just kind of relaxed. But that was disappointing. And then we missed a couple of plays. We had 2 or 3 plays with some guys open on some deep balls. But, hey, a cold, windy night, not quite as precise on a couple of things that we would have liked to have been. But, man, they're a stout defense. So I'm proud of our guys, 420-something yards, tough yards. And I'm really proud of Trevor. Really proud of Trevor. It's a true freshman. And to come up here in this environment and really lead us. He had a few misses and a few mistakes. Obviously, didn't get the first down on one time. That cost us an opportunity to maybe go get some points. But he's continuing to learn and grow and get better every week. But this was a big time game for him. And then defensively, they had 9 yards rushing. I mean, so part of that, they had a couple really bad snaps that took a lot of yards off. But our guys were really dialed in. They're a big challenge schematically, with all the different bunch sets and the tight ends, and they create angles, and they create extra gaps, and you got to fit the gaps right. You got to be really disciplined with the play action, and our guys just did an awesome job. I mean, I'm really proud of our defense. Give the credit to that D line. Again, we had great prep, but we tackled well, and Dylan is a man. He's a 250-pound man coming downhill, and we were able to hold him in check, and that was big for us. And then when they did get some balls on the edge on us on some of the play action stuff, we did it. We were well positioned, and we were able to come up and make the tackles. So they did not have a lot of big plays on us. So just really tremendous. And then the second half special teams, we kind of woke up. And we created some field position, which was good, especially in a game like this. And then the punt return was awesome. So that was kind of the dagger. And again, just really proud of our guys for what they've accomplished. Obviously made history tonight. This group has kind of made history all year. It seems like every week they're doing something that either hasn't ever been done or hadn't been done in a long, long time. And it is a real credit to this senior group and this junior group. This is a very focused football team that they believe in their vision. They believe in what they want to go achieve, and they're willing to put the work in. And it's just a joy to be around them every day. This was just amazing what they've done. It's their 50th win today. They went 23-1 in division play in their career. They went 19-1 on the road in their 4-year career. This is just a special group that's got a lot of experience, and they're leading every single day. So really cool to get the division win here. Obviously for me, 10 years ago, this is where we got our very first win, and it was kind of cool to have several of those guys here, several on our staff. Miguel Chavis, Daquan Bowers, Xavier Dye, Tyler Grisham, Thomas Austin. Those guys are all on our staff now, and then C.J. Spiller was kind of our guest of honor for this trip. I think back 10 years ago, almost to the day, and that first win, and here we are tonight, winning our 4th division title. Man, I just, first of all, I'm just thankful to the good Lord for giving me the opportunity, and I'm thankful for all the young men that have been in our program the last 10 years that have helped establish a standard and the culture that we enjoy because, you know, that group that came in here in '08, trying to get that first win as an interim guy, they couldn't win a division. You know, they weren't going to win an ACC championship, but they believed before anybody else did, and they laid it on the line. And so I'm forever thankful for that group, and because of them, we are where we are today. So it's really cool to be back here and to achieve this. And I'm thankful for our fans. Our fans were amazing out there today. I mean, we're a long way from Clemson, and we had an incredible crowd that came here to support us, and I'm just really appreciative of that. We have a very passionate fan base, and I'm excited that they get the opportunity to just go ahead and eat. They get the opportunity to go back to Charlotte, and I appreciate that. They get the opportunity to go back to Charlotte. Are we doing a commercial here? They get the opportunity to go back to Charlotte for the ACC championship game for the 4th year in a row, and I'm thankful to have guys like this. I mean, it's special. Christian, he jokes around all the time and he has fun. But I'm telling you, this is one of the best leaders I've ever been around. He's passionate about what he does. He's passionate about leading. He's passionate about influencing his teammates. And we were able to get that tight end open today because we faked it to him. He's mad that we didn't hand it to him, but I told him, I said, this thing's gonna be wide open. You're the bait. So anyway, I think we came through pretty healthy. Had a few guys get banged up, tough physical game. Expected that, but just really proud of our team.
Dabo, can you talk about Mitch?
Yeah, he had a couple stingers. So he had one, and then he had another one. So Big Jackson went in there and did all right.
Coach, who got to wear the leather helmet for you?
Trevor Lawrence, and Spiller, who was the very first leather helmet winner. I have nothing to do with that, Christian. This is Paul Christioni in that crowd. But Spiller was able to put it on him, so that was pretty cool. He was the first winner. But I tell you, Trevor, he played a great game. He was 29 of 40 and did some things with his legs. Obviously had the big touchdown run and some great passes. Missed a couple that he'd like to have back. But man, when he put that helmet on, he looked a little bit like Banks McFadden, didn't he? I mean, I think he was like the perfect guy. He looked like back in the 30s, 40s.
Coach, can you talk about great game defensively? Talk about the defensive line being gapped, integrity.
Yep.
Linebackers coming down the line, filling the lanes, or even with Boston College giving you all these bunch formation. Talk about that in the defensive games.
Well, first of all, Boston College is incredibly well coached. I'm telling you, they do a great job offensively and defensively. They know how to challenge you. They still got to be able to execute, but they know how to challenge you. They know how to create problems, and especially with all their bunch sets and the 2 tight ends and 3 tight ends and the shifts and the motions, and then they take that same personnel and they'll spread you out. So it creates a lot of stress, and when they get in all those bunch sets, they create extra gaps. So you just got to be very disciplined. You got to line up right. You got to make sure your eyes are on the right things. Your backers have to fit everything. Our backers they had to play a great game because they had to recognize and they had to communicate and make sure everything was fitted properly. Because if you don't, it only takes one little crease for those guys. And we were able to hold Dylan in check. I think he averaged 2 point something, but that's a credit to just our gap integrity and our physicality at the point of attack. Because even though, a lot of times when you watch the tape on these guys, everybody's where they're supposed to be, but they're knocking them, they're blocking them, so you can be in the right spot, but you still got to be able to hold up at the point of attack. And that's where these guys come in. They defeated blocks, beat blocks, got off blocks, and won that battle.
We're going to take a couple for Christian so we can go see family.
Christian, what does it mean for you to come back here and lead this defensive charge, win this game at home, win a division title?
This is definitely just special. Everyone knows pretty much now. I grew up an hour away from here. Coming back home, playing in front of friends and family and loved ones, and just the home crowd and everything was obviously special. but it just definitely meant a lot because the Cooper seniors, you know, we just do a great job of leading every day. You know, there's no other, you know, group of guys I would want to do it with. So it was definitely just a special opportunity. We did something tonight that's never been done before, so I'm definitely, you know, thankful for that.
Pushing the defense, you guys kind of owned the night, just you shut Dylan down. And can you talk about the performance you guys had and what that means to kind of shut down this offense that's been so good?
Well, definitely, I want to give a lot of respect to Boston College because they don't make it easy. You know, as coaches was just talking, you know, like they just move people, and you know they're really physical. And you got to come with the right mindset. And I feel like we did that tonight. You know, we just had to be disciplined and just play physical. The coaches let us play. They kind of put the game in our hands defensively, and you know, everyone just executed. So that was great to see.
Christian, did you ever imagine you'd be lined up in the backfield, being the fade, I guess, as Dabo called it, and that kind of thing would work before the year, that there'd be so much attention?
Oh, well, you know I got special talents, you know, my running ability, so I always thought there was a chance, you know, I'll line up in the backfield. I'm happy definitely we scored on that play, even though I was the decoy on that one, you know, because, you know, just now I've showed my abilities and people, you know, now I'm a threat. I'm in the scouting report now. Watch 42 when he get back there.
Now you know how Dexter feels.
Christian, if you had a vote, who would have gotten the leather helmet? Saw you shaking your head there.
Oh no, I'm just you know, just joking, but you know, Trevor definitely played a great game. You know, but I've been trying to win it for 4 years, you know, against my hometown team and stuff. So, but it's all good. No, definitely Trevor had a great game, so rightfully so.
Christian, how do you feel that you guys are playing defensively just the last month or so? I mean, the stats have obviously been impressive, but how do you feel that the group is playing as a whole right now?
We've been playing well, but there's always room to improve. I'm definitely, you know, grateful for just the mindset of our defense. You know, we try to bring it every day in practice and challenge each other and stretch ourselves. But there's always room for improvement. Until we, you know, shut somebody out, no yards passing, no yards rushing, you know, we're never satisfied. So I just feel like, you know, the mindset is that, you know, we're just always hungry and always want the best on defense. So, you know, we try to get it and earn it each and every day.
Christian. Let him get to his family. Thank you,
All right,
Christian.
thank you all.
Dabo, Tanner Muse led the
Give them the way out.
Tanner led the team with 10 tackles tonight, and Tanner really stepped up and seemed to be filling a lot of holes today. Talk about Tanner's performance.
Yeah, Tanner's been one of our most consistent players, 10 games now. He and this guy, Renfro. Tanner has played very well. He's just so much more disciplined this year, and I think a lot of it is just his experience and his prep. He really puts the work in and studies. I mean, he's just been one of the most well-prepared guys week in and week out all season long, and I think that was a goal of his coming in, and as a result, his confidence. But you know, he's a physical guy, and he's a sure tackler, and he has been all year.
On the punt return, we saw you kind of going crazy over there.
Which
on
one?
On Amari's for the touchdown. Kind of saw you going crazy over there on the sideline. Did you see something that they were doing,
no.
or?
No, we were in safe. We were in safe punt return, and you know, the guy, he just hit a low liner. I mean, it was like I said, this was not a great kicking type of night, and I knew it wasn't going to be. I knew it was going to be some little ugliness here or there. One of the plays of the game for us was our kind of rugby to the left and created that field position, and then backed them up, and then they punted. And he just hit it low liner, and we hit it on the run. And then our punt safe guys just kind of hatted them up. I think Jalen had a big block. I think Dexter had a good block. So that was it was just awesome. You know, I mean, we've been close all year on a punt return, and to be able to have that big play, kind of get it back, if you will, kind of made it even for the night. But I was just really proud of the guys in that moment.
Hunter, you maybe had your best game of the season tonight. Caught a pass for the 38th straight game, tying Artavis Scott's Clemson record. How special was that for you?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool just to come out here and get the win, first off. And it was cool to just try to be available when my time came and just try to play hard and the ball finds you. And so I feel like we played really hard tonight and we got the job done.
Dabo, I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the punt return, they returned for a touchdown. Was it Wilkins that was giving them chase all the way down on that end that tried to catch him?
I'm sure it was. I can't remember. I wasn't real happy in the state. I wasn't in a good state of mind at that time. I'm sure I'll see that on tape.
But
grade every one of them.
But that hustle for him, you know, being that he's trying to chase down a guy that fast, and
well,
kind of sets the tone.
He loves being on punt team. You know, he's always a great effort guy. You know, we just that was a disappointing play. And again, we had hit one of our guys, and I think they thought it was dead, and they kind of relaxed. And the kid, that guy's a good player now. Number 3, he's tough. He's tough, and he just kind of took it and went. You know, I think they were a little off guard. But we literally had 2 guys right there, so it was just a little disappointing, and we didn't do a good job of netting it up on the other side. But I give them credit; they made a great play right there.
Yeah, but can you take us through that drive at the end of the first half? Kind of what went wrong on it?
Well, the one we didn't get out of bounds. I mean, we just didn't. I mean, we only had one timeout, and we had a good little drive going. We subbed the one time, and so they stood over the ball, and they, you know, kind of took their time to get, you know, it was good football, good coaching on their part, and we kind of lost a few seconds there, but we still were in good shape. They were just trying to maybe come away with a field goal right there, and you know, just a mistake by Maury. I mean, that's a great effort, you know, but just really understanding the situation. You got to get out of bounds there. He knows that. And that was the first thing he did when he got up. He was just, you know, he was going, my bad. But, you know, he's a smarter player than that. And so that we had to use that timeout. And so that really limited us on what we had the opportunity to do from that point.
Well,
Dabo, coming in,
last
was
question,
there
Coach
any-
Swinney.
Was there any part of you coming in that was a little bit nervous that you had a freshman quarterback in a primetime night game, division on the line, and after this game, is there any situation that you'd be nervous to go in at all with Trevor?
No, I wasn't nervous at all about that. I was just, you know, man, I was nervous about the weather. I mean, I thought it was going to snow or sleet. And I was a little disappointed. It was a balmy 38 out there, and you know, I thought that we were gonna. I didn't know what was gonna happen. You know, listening to all the reports and all this stuff, that we were gonna forget how to play football or something because of the weather. And you know, Trevor never been north to play football and all this stuff. And Lord have mercy. But you know, most people didn't do their homework. You know, since 1961, Clemson was 5-0 in games less than 40 degrees, and now 6-0. So I don't know. That was the only thing I was worried about, is that we were going to like freeze up and you know, forget how to run and tackle and all that stuff. But somehow, some way, we were able to push through it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Any last question for Hunter?
Was it effective for you guys, or is it once you get out there and get wound up, it really doesn't matter?
Yeah, it's more so effective for the guys not playing, I feel like. For the guys playing, that you kind of get that adrenaline going, you kind of get going and forget about it. You have kind of your mission is, and what you set out to do is go win the game, so the weather's secondary.
Hunter, what's it like for you and this group of seniors to do what you've done, tying last year's class with 50 wins?
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. 4 divisions, that's something that we take a lot of pride in, because that's one of the goals that we hit every year. And I know the next couple weeks we have Duke, and we got a state championship, that's one of our goals, and then the ACC championship, which is one of our goals. So we're getting kind of that championship time, and the weather's getting a little cooler, and just getting ready to make that push for those goals.
All right, thanks, Hunter.
Thanks, Hunter.
We're going to bring some more in here. Everybody's preference to do breakouts. So